Good morning, guys, and welcome to the last episode of the Great Farm Cleanup. I believe this is part 72. It's the last episode where I'm taking the van across. I'm spending a couple of nights there. It'll be the last time I stay at the farm. The only other possible episodes on this series will if we do a holiday trip back there and just see what Ross has done with the property. But essentially, this episode finalises the Great Farm Cleanup, and thanks for coming along on the journey. I've got the van loaded. I'm just outside the shop. I had to pick up my laptop and we're about to hit the road. It's just after 7. The sun hasn't quite come up yet. Hopefully it's a nice day. I think it's going to be, and hopefully our trip goes smoothly, and hopefully the old girl there hangs in for another load. Mind you, it won't be such a big load. It's just more about tidying up and getting a few loose ends tied up. So let's hit the road. We'll get over there hopefully before noon so that I can do a quick run to the rubbish tip with the very last load of rubbish. Then I'll start loading the trailer, and that can come back in a future trip, but probably may not be by me. So I'll let you know about the plans once we get there. Let's hit the road. First stop, just topping up with diesel. What have we got here? $114. It was only half full. 196.9 cents, so almost $2 a litre for diesel. How does that compare where you are? Well, I have arrived. It's about 11:15, so I've only got 3/4 an hour to see if I can start the old ute, hook up the trailer, load some rubbish and get out to the transfer station before they close at noon. It was a good trip. It's still a nice day. The van's there. This is the main road that goes past the front of the farm, and that spot just over there, and there was no trees back then, is where we used to wait for the school bus to pick us up after riding our bikes down the driveway. So there's the driveway up to the farm. Last time that I'm turning up here with the van to basically finish the Great Farm Cleanup. As I mentioned, we'd better get going. I wonder what we'll find in the yard. Ross has probably done a bit more cleaning up, and I said I hope the old ute can start, and we'll have to go in the house. I haven't been back here since mid-November, and now we're into mid-February, so what's that, December, January? Yeah, quite a long time. I think I did the slow drive up the driveway last time, or one other time like this. You'll have to excuse the dirty windscreen. I haven't got around to cleaning it for a while, but that's okay. So yeah, this driveway wouldn't have been used much in recent times because Ross comes across from the side road there. His farm's over behind those trees, so he just ducks across the back road and down the lane to the farm here. It's looking pretty dry, but it is summer over here, and we don't get much rain normally this time of the year. There's still quite a lot of branches down from a big storm they had a while back. A few sheep out in the paddock, but not much for them to eat. All right, what's the farmyard look like? I don't know if he's done any more major work. He did remove some old chook sheds, and there's still some gravel here to be spread out. We don't have very much to clean up this time, so hopefully we can get it organised fairly quickly. Now that electricity pole has been replaced, and I think I mentioned in one of my previous videos and even gave you some footage of it on a big lean, so that has been replaced. Okay, the old Chamberlain tractor's out in the yard there, so Steve, my son, has to come and pick that up. That was going to happen this week, but he couldn't make it. Now what else? I've got a bit of stuff to pick up here, some wheelbarrows and things. The ute's still there. Good. All right, and those old wheels and things I want to put in the trailer so that when Ben comes across to pick that up, he can just basically take the ute and the trailer and all those things back home, because I won't be putting them in the van. All right, we better not muck around. I better get the ute going and load up the rubbish. There's a pile of rubbish in front of the ute we have to get rid of, and yeah, better do that now. So I just ducked inside to get the ute keys. Everything looks okay in the farmhouse, although as you'd expect, it's a little derelict. No one's been here for 3 months, as is the ute. So we might have to quickly just wash the windscreen, and I'm guessing we're going to have to jump start it. I don't think there's going to be any power. It was a new battery, but it's just been sitting. Yeah, it's totally dead. All right, I better find the jump starter and get it going. Okay, hopefully this works. We've still got nothing, and the trouble is the charger. It's one of these smart things, and it doesn't recognise as a battery there, so it's not putting out any power. I need to find an auxiliary battery or a power source. I did a video on one of these on smart battery chargers once with using a 9-volt battery, but I don't even have a 9-volt battery here to start it. And I don't think I left a battery charger here, so bit of a problem. I'm guessing the UTV battery is going to be dead flat as well, because it was a bit dodgy last time I was here. Yep, not even a single light on the dash, so that's not going to help us. But Ross has left his little ditch digger here, and I think that engine's an electric start. So we might have to somehow tap in there. There's the battery in the box. And it's loose in there. I might have to oh yeah, the jumper leads won't reach, and I don't think I can move this thing on my own. Well, unless I start it, and I don't even know how to drive it. I'll just take the terminals off and use the jumper leads off this battery to hopefully fire up the jump starter and get the ute going. Lucky I left a couple of basic tools here. Alright. Earth terminal off first. Now if we hit the framework with our shifter, we won't cause sparks because the earth terminal is disconnected. Alright, come on. Okay, that was easier than expected, and lucky, the battery's got a handle. I just can't lift it up. I need a screwdriver. Alright, that hasn't been moved for a long time. Now, will the lid open any more than that? I think it's... Oh, will we get out? How did that battery go in there? Oh, there we go. Hinges are a bit tight. Okay, better find some jumper leads. Okay, that should be okay. So we have negative to negative, positive to positive. Let's see if it senses a battery when I hook this up. Okay, good. That's promising. Hopefully we can jump starter now. Okay, we have some life on the dash now. Right, come on. Beauty, we have life. Okay, let's take that away. Hopefully we don't stall it because that battery is going to be flat for a while. Just in case we get stuck, we better take that with us. And Ross's battery for now. And the jumper leads. Ah, bugger. Nothing. Damn it, it just stalled. I don't have time to hook up the battery and jumper leads again. And it's about 11:45 and it's about 5 minutes drive out there, and I'd have to throw it on and tie it down. So mission failed. This time we just weren't quick enough. Yeah, I mean, I got over here as early as I could, but I guess I probably should have loaded the trailer last time I was here, but then it would have sat with a load of rubbish in it for 3 months. So I just didn't expect the ute to be quite so flat and have to find another battery. Anyway, we shall leave that pile of rubbish there. I'll have to talk nicely to Ross and see if he can deal with that. I guess it crosses a job off my list. So now I can keep unloading the van because I've still got a bit of food in there and it's going to get pretty hot here soon. Okay, well, I had to hook the trailer up anyway, so that's fine. Now I probably should unload. We'll go for a look in the house, and we've got to put the stock crate on the trailer. That's way over in the yard over there somewhere. And then I can start loading some of this stuff in the trailer for when Ben's over here, or Steve, my son, or someone that's coming to get the tractor and take the ute and the trailer back. It may be me. We're not sure of those plans just yet. But anyway, that the Mercy dash to make the rubbish tip failed. Anyway, let's go into the house and have a look. There's all the yard that Ross has levelled out. Not much else has been done to the garden. I bet you it's very dry though. No one's been here maintaining it or watering it, so a lot of the plants will die. We did rescue most of the pot plants that Mum wanted. I'm got to have a scout around and see if there's any more. But yeah, no one's been here since I was last here, I would imagine. Well, definitely, unless Ross has ducked over to do something. Now I need to turn the water on. It's going to be pretty murky for a while. The power should be back on after the pole was done. The lawn's all died. Still can't get used to that view down the paddock without big gum trees there. Okay, so yeah, I'm actually not sure what I have to do and what I have to get this trip, because as I said, it's been 3 months. I've just got to tidy everything up and grab all Mum's wheelbarrows. Maybe if there's any pot plants that are still okay. Let's go in the house. I went in here just before to get the ute key, brushed a few spider webs away, but it wasn't too bad. So there's really not much to go out of the house. We pretty well did that last time. The things that are here, like the kitchen table, a few chairs. Oh, I'll probably take those retro chairs back. But the computer stand over there, the fridge, that's all going to stay. I'll take the little cassette boombox back. There's a microwave down there I'll take when I finish with it this week. So we should have electricity. And the other thing I have to do straight away now is light the stove, because that's the only form of hot water we have here. And I'm certainly going to need a shower at some stage. And there's a few basic plates and cups that I've just used. I'll just package all them up. The toaster, of course. A few little basic survival things like coffee. That's more than basic, that's essential. Let's see if we have power. We should do. Oh, spider webs everywhere. Okay, lights are on. Complete with a collection of dead bugs. We hopefully have internet. Oh, I can't see any lights on the NBN thing up there. That's weird. All right, I'll have to investigate that. At this stage we don't have internet. I'm hoping to at least get a video up for you while I'm here. So yeah, there's another chair. We'll take that. That desk will stay, but I'll take the microwave. So there's not much to get out of here at all, and there's not actually much to get out of the sheds either. I've made a decision on the scrap metal. I'll talk to you about that in a minute. The rest of the house is empty. Now, we did have a beehive in one of the walls last time I was here. I don't know if they're still here. So that room's completely empty. The lounge is completely empty. I think I've finished all the house. Everything left here is built in. Now, the bees were in this wall. We'll walk around the house in a minute, but this is all empty. Through here. So, nothing to do in all of this part of the house. And there's still a bed in the old guest room here, which I'll use. That can stay with the property. And there's one more chair and a little bedside light. And the rug on the floor, I'll take that, I guess. So, really nothing much to take out of the house at all, which is good. It's pretty well right to tick off. I better get this stove lit, but we'll just have a quick walk around the house, see if the bees are still there. Let's go out this door. Farmhouses don't usually have front doors. This is kind of the side door into the kitchen, which is the main door, and the other one we came through is the back door, and that's locked. There we go. Oh, spiderwebs galore. Lots of palm branches have fallen down. Yep, the garden's looking quite dishevelled, if that's a word you can use for gardens. Derelict might be a better word. Reverting to nature is perhaps more accurate. So there's a couple of pots there. I don't know that I'll take them though. Alright, I did clean up the wheelbarrows and stuff from around this side last time I was home. So it's pretty well. I don't think I need to get anything from out of this yard around here. But where are those bees? They were around here. Fruit trees are still going. Okay. There's a bee. Yes, there's a hive still there, but they're fairly quiet at the moment. Let's zoom in a little bit. That's where their landing strip is. You can see that's discoloured the boards on the wall there where they come into land. There's quite a few bees hovering around. I won't disturb them. They're fine out here. So yeah, nothing to really get from around the yard. The old 44s can just stay there. I think they're really just scrap metal. There might be a compost bin I could take. I'll have a scout around for more wheelbarrows and pot plants. But there's not going to be much at all, I don't think, from out here. Yeah, it's really died off. Lemon tree looks like it's cactus. Well, it's not a cactus. It's a different plant. So yeah, but that was going to happen. You can't take fruit trees with you. We did get all the pot plants that were around here that we wanted to keep. So, all right. That ladder. Do we need that ladder? I don't think we do. It might be handy for Ross. I think we'll leave that one there. So yeah, it's just a matter of doing a bit of a scout round and identifying anything we do want to take. hardly anything is in the house, as you've seen. We will take the old barometers and a thermometer on the back wall there. Maybe that kindling box, it's a nice old box, and Mum will need some kindling over there with, you know, the colder weather will get here eventually. As Jon Snow famously said, winter is coming. Okay, well there you go, there's a lap of the house. I better light the fire next. Okay, a bit of kindling, a couple of bigger bits of wood, and a healthy slurp of kerosene, and the fire's going, so we can close that up for now. And I'll probably keep it open a fair bit to get it up to temperature and help heat the hot water. Probably won't have really hot water tonight, but should be okay. Fresh water in the kettles, so they will boil eventually. One thing Mum misses, and we will all miss about the farm, is always have a kettle simmering on the wood stove and ready for a cuppa whenever you want. I've just noticed the kitchen clock is actually, it's going, but it says 5 to 5, whereas it's only about 10 past 12. So, oh, well, no, it's a battery clock, so the power going off didn't affect that. Don't know. Now, one other thing to check is that I had a pie, or a couple of pies, I think, in the freezer. And I know the power's been off when they did the poll. I'm not sure how long for, but remember we did that glass of water trick with a coin on the top of it? Okay. Well, the coin's still on the top. So that tells me that the power hasn't been off long enough for the glass of water to melt. Therefore, my pies should be perfectly fine to eat. Excellent. I'll report if I have any food poisoning issues, but I'm pretty sure we're safe. So I don't know what's going on with this NBN box thing. We have no lights, there's no power getting to it. There is power at the power point where it's plugged into down there. So I'm not sure what's going on. I did take it off the wall to see if there was a switch after feeling right around it with my fingers to see if there was a switch anywhere. And as I took it off the wall, there was this big dark thing on the back. And out crawled this little fella. Well, big fella. So I'm glad he didn't jump on me. He might still jump on me if I poke him around too much. Come on. So he's a decent size. I mean, we used to always get these in the farmhouse, but they've got a free rein now. And he's somehow sucked the life out of our internet connection. Maybe he's a smart spider. Okay, I've put that back on the wall. The only thing I can think of is that the power supply has somehow shorted, or maybe it's had a voltage spike because the workers have put a new pole in and the power is disconnected. That modem seems to have some life in it, but it needs to connect. There's this NBN box for internet to happen. I'm not sure how this works. I'm clearly just going to have to work off my phone data, so I'll try and get some videos up for you, but it's very slow on my phone. So anyway, we'll blame this little fella. It's all his fault. Well, I got the ute started and I thought I might as well give it a wash. I have to take the pressure washer back with me this trip anyway, so I might as well wash it, and it might be pretty dirty again by the time someone comes over to get it, but I'm sure they'll manage. Certainly can't get much more filthy than it is. But remember that it's been 3 months since anyone's touched it. So we'll do that, and then we'll look at getting the stock crate onto the trailer. That's this thing here. It was made to suit the tandem trailer, so that will be perhaps useful back at home. The trailer is staying in the family, and a crate like this, it's quite good. It gives you a lot more height if you're loading it with wood or something. And then once we get that on, hopefully I can manage to do that myself, we'll look at loading the trailer with just little bits and pieces like wheelbarrows and things. There's not much else really to put in it, I don't think. How desolate is the yard looking? So yeah, very dry, that's for sure. Okay, I've left the ute running, so hopefully it charges a bit more. I'll still have the power pack with me, but once the battery gets a little bit of charge in it, it'll jump start off that power pack quite easily. So I've got to go into town later, so hopefully it's fine for that. Now it looks a bit better being clean. I'll be able to see out the windscreen. I'll call this episode finished. I have a few things to do in the shed later today. I might start the next episode. So when I said at the start of this one, it's the last episode, it's the last trip. So we might have a couple more episodes depending how much filming I'll get done and how the uploads go on my mobile data. It's very slow. Got a few things to get out of the shed, the air compressor. There's a sign over there that we're going to call into a local museum on the way home and donate that sign. We might get a video out of that if they let me film in the museum, so that'll be pretty cool. So that'll do. Thanks for watching this episode. We'll start the next one sometime this afternoon. It's pretty warm now. I might go and put some shorts on and just maybe try and get the stock crate onto that trailer. That's probably the next job. So thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you in the next video. Bye for now.